Let's get started with our first news. Alex Pereira shuts down Khamzat's Callout. After his latest victory, Khamzat wasted no time calling out Alex on X. He wrote, "Congrats, now we need to finish our business." It didn't take long for fans to start buzzing, wondering if this long-awaited clash was finally happening, but Alex's reaction at the post-fight press conference told a completely different story. When asked about Khamzat's message, Alex seemed calm and almost uninterested. The reporter asked if he was aware of Khamzat's call-out and whether he had any interest in facing him next. Alex smiled and said, "Thanks for congratulating me, but all I want is a super fight. I want to fight at heavyweight. That's all I can say, thank you." That short but clear answer spoke volumes. While Khamzat is still trying to chase that long-standing rivalry, Alex seems to have moved on. He's now thinking bigger, not just another title defense but a historic matchup at a higher weight class. The confidence and calmness in his tone showed that he's not chasing anyone anymore. At this stage, fighters have to earn their way to him, not the other way around. For Khamzat, this is another sign that the road to Alex might be more complicated than ever. Despite being the middleweight champion and one of the most dominant fighters in the world, Alex's focus has clearly shifted. The idea of him moving up to heavyweight for a potential super fight has fans going wild. Everyone's already speculating who that opponent could be. Maybe Jon Jones, maybe Tom Aspinall, but one thing is clear: Alex Pereira is aiming for greatness. While Khamzat continues to call him out, Alex isn't biting. His message was simple: respect received, but business denied. The only thing on his mind now is taking his legacy to the next level, and that means moving up, not back. Move on to another news. Dana White reacts to Conor, saying his fight at the White House is a done deal. Recently, Conor made headlines when he confidently stated that his fight at the White House was already locked in. Fans across the world went crazy thinking this massive event had been finalized, but Dana White has now stepped in to clear the air, and it looks like things aren't quite as official as Conor made them sound. During a recent media appearance, Dana was asked directly about Conor's comments, and he didn't hold back. He said, "We're still talking about the production and how everything's going to work at the White House. We haven't even started negotiating any fights for that event yet." He made it clear that, as of now, nothing is confirmed. Dana explained that the logistics behind organizing a fight card at such a historic and secure location take massive coordination. Everything from production, security, and scheduling has to be perfectly aligned before they can even begin discussing who fights there. He continued, "That won't even start till February. We're still in the early stages of planning how the entire setup is going to work." This statement immediately put an end to all the wild speculation that had been spreading online. While Conor might be hyped and ready to go, Dana is reminding everyone that the UFC still has a long road ahead before anything can officially be signed. However, Dana didn't deny Conor's excitement. He admitted that Conor has made it very clear he wants to fight on that card and that his energy is undeniable. "You can clearly see Conor is fired up to fight on that card," Dana said, "but nothing is done yet and no fights are being negotiated with the White House." So while Conor may have jumped the gun with his announcement, it's obvious that both sides are interested in making something huge happen. Fans just need to be patient. As Dana emphasized, the wheels are in motion, but the business side hasn't even started. For now, the idea of a UFC fight at the White House remains just that, an idea. But with Conor's passion and Dana's determination, this could turn into one of the most historic events the fight world has ever seen. Move on to another news. Robert Whittaker believes Magomed Ankalaev may never get another title shot. After witnessing Alex Pereira's incredible performance in their second fight, Rob shared his honest thoughts, and he didn't hold back. He said that Alex had mentioned being only at 40% in their first fight, sick, injured, and far from his best, and now, after seeing how dominant he looked in the rematch, Rob says he completely believes him. Rob explained, he said in his first fight he was fighting at 40%. He was sick, had injuries, and now after seeing what he just did, I believe him. It's not that I didn't believe him before, but everyone kept saying, yeah, but Ankalaev controlled that fight, and what happened, happened. But after this performance, I'm like, man, he must have had Eli Procy or something, because the difference between the first and second fight was just crazy. The way Alex completely flipped the script in their rematch left everyone stunned. Rob added that this is how people expect every Alex Pereira fight to go, full of danger, unpredictability, and explosive moments. But this time it wasn't just a close contest, it was domination. Rob admitted he was still in shock after watching it, saying, "What a fight, man. I'm still shocked. The difference in performance was unbelievable." Then Rob made a strong statement about Ankalaev's future. It's safe to say Magomed Ankalaev is probably never seeing a title opportunity for a long time, if ever. He's gonna have to work his way back up. Those words hit hard because Ankalaev had been seen as one of the most dangerous contenders in the division. But after that kind of loss, it's clear he'll have to go through the entire grinder of the light heavyweight division to earn another shot. Rob's co-host even laughed and said, "You obviously don't love the guy to begin with," to which Rob replied, "Yeah, but he's gonna have to work for it." At this point, it's clear that while Alex Pereira continues to rise as one of the most feared fighters in the sport, Magomed Ankalaev's path back to the top just got a whole lot longer. Move on to another news. Last night, Merab made history once again. He became the first fighter in UFC history to reach 100 career takedowns, and not just that, he ended the night with a total of 117. At the post-fight press conference, Merab admitted that he was fully aware of the record and was actually adding to his takedown count intentionally during his fight against Corey Sandhagen. When asked about it, Merab laughed and said, "Yeah, I heard about 20 takedowns, and this is good, of course. There were some moments during the fight where I just kept taking him down because I was like, oh, this is another one for my takedown record. So yeah, I was doing it for the record." That honesty and humility are exactly what fans love about Merab, a relentless fighter who knows how to mix determination with humor. But Merab didn't stop there. He also spoke about Patchy Mix, who suffered a tough loss last night. Interestingly, Merab revealed that Patchy has actually submitted him many times in the gym. He said, "Everybody's beatable. Even GSP said we all lose in the gym. Some training partners get the better of you sometimes." Merab continued, "I'm going to tell you guys, Patchy just lost his fight, but this guy has submitted me many times in training. He's good, but sometimes the fight doesn't go your way. I saw him yesterday and I think he was sick. He told me he had chills and was training through an infection, so it's fight business. You know, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose." He compared it to what happened between Ankalaev and Pereira, saying, "Look at their first fight, different result. Then the second time, completely different again. Maybe third time, who knows? That's fighting. Everybody is beatable." Despite his dominance and record-breaking performance, Merab remains grounded. He ended by saying, "Good luck to fight with me, but of course everybody has a chance." That's classic Merab, confident but respectful. With his incredible cardio, endless pressure, and now a UFC record for most career takedowns, Merab continues to prove he's one of the most relentless fighters in the sport. His mindset shows that no matter how great you are, you stay humble, keep working, and keep breaking records. Move on to another news. Alex Pereira has his sights set on something absolutely huge. He wants to move up to heavyweight and fight Jon Jones at the White House. After another incredible performance inside the octagon, Alex made it clear that his ambitions go far beyond just defending the light heavyweight title. His hunger for greatness hasn't slowed down one bit. If anything, it's getting even stronger. During a recent interview, when asked about what's next for him, Alex didn't shy away from revealing his true goal. He wants a super fight, not just another title defense, not just another contender. The reporter mentioned several names already calling him out. Fighters like Carlos Ulberg and Jiri Prochazka have been pushing hard for a shot at his belt. They've been vocal, demanding their opportunity and trying to make their case. But Alex's response made it clear he's not interested in playing it safe. He wants something special, something that will go down in MMA history. When asked which fight excites him the most and what he believes could realistically happen next, Alex didn't even pause to think. He simply said heavyweight. That single word said it all. The interviewer then brought up that Thomas Spinell and Cyril Gane are already booked to fight next month, suggesting that Alex could wait for the winner. But before the question could even finish, Alex interrupted and declared, No, I want a super fight. I want Jon Jones at the White House. That's a super fight." That line instantly sent shockwaves across the MMA world. Fans, analysts, and fighters all started buzzing about it. Alex Pereira versus Jon Jones at the White House would be nothing short of legendary. Two champions, both with terrifying power and elite skill, facing off on the grandest stage possible. It's the kind of fight that transcends MMA and becomes a cultural moment. Alex's confidence and mindset are what make him stand out. He's already conquered 2 divisions, yet he's still chasing the next impossible challenge. He knows that moving to heavyweight and facing Jon Jones, arguably the greatest fighter of all time, would test every ounce of his skill and mental strength, but that's exactly what fuels him. Alex isn't motivated by money or fame anymore. He's driven by legacy. Even though he admitted that the UFC has the final say in matchmaking, Alex made one thing crystal clear: he's willing to wait for the right opportunity. "I'm cool waiting," he said, calmly but firmly. "For a fight like that, you have to do it right. It has to mean something." His tone showed patience, but also absolute conviction. With Jon Jones still recovering from injury and talks about a potential White House event ongoing, nothing is confirmed yet. However, the mere idea of this fight has already captured global attention. Alex Pereira is no longer just defending titles. He's writing history. A showdown with Jon Jones at the White House would be the ultimate battle between 2 modern-day warriors, and if it happens, it could be the biggest fight the world has ever seen. Move on to another news. Jiri Prochazka was genuinely happy to see Alex Pereira defeat Ankalaev at UFC 320. During the post-fight press conference, Jiri opened up about why that victory meant so much to him. He explained that his connection with Alex and his team goes beyond rivalry. It's built on mutual respect and shared warrior spirit. He respects Alex deeply and has a great relationship with him and his coach, Pereira. For Jiri, this wasn't just about one fighter beating another, it was about seeing someone he respects overcome a man who had been stirring unnecessary drama inside and outside the octagon. Jiri said, "You know, win, lose, whoever. But Alex and his team, Glover, all of these guys, we have a good relationship. I really wished him to win because of all that stuff Ankalaev brought before, all the nonsense he talked about himself and about others." His tone showed both relief and satisfaction, as he clearly wasn't impressed by Ankalaev's attitude leading up to the fight. He went on to explain that watching Alex's performance gave him something he personally needed, a reminder of intention, focus, and controlled aggression. "I saw a really angry Alex going forward against Ankalaev, and that was something I needed to have in my own fight too," Jiri said. He admired how Alex fought with heart, precision, and an unshakable mindset. It wasn't just violence, it was strategic fire, the type of energy that defines a true warrior. For Jiri, seeing Alex unleash that level of passion reminded him of what makes mixed martial arts so special: the emotional connection between the fighter, the fight, and the purpose behind every strike. He believes that fighting isn't just about physical domination but also about expressing one's inner spirit and strength. Jiri also made it clear that he still believes he's right there in the mix for another shot at the belt. "Yes, I believe I'm in a position to get the belt," he said confidently. "It doesn't matter how, I will find a way. I'll take the lessons from my last 2 fights and make sure I don't repeat the same mistakes." He added, "I will just be better. I will find a way. I just want to fight for the title, no matter who stands in front of me." His words reflected a powerful mindset: no excuses, no fear, just pure determination to evolve. Jiri's respect for Alex and his acknowledgement of the emotion behind that win show that he's not just a fighter but a true martial artist, one who learns, grows, and finds inspiration even in another warrior's victory. And move on to another news. Alex Pereira might be dealing with a broken foot after his fight last night. During the post-fight interview, Alex was seen wearing a protective boot, sparking immediate concern from fans. Known for his heavy leg kicks and aggressive style, Alex revealed that he felt something was wrong with his foot during the fight, especially after one specific exchange with Ankalaev. When asked about his recovery timeline and when he might return to the octagon, Alex stayed calm but honest. He said, "Yeah, we have to see how this heals up. I'm pretty sure it's broken. I was kicking his legs, and when he switched stances, as soon as I kicked his lead leg, I felt my foot." That moment instantly caught his attention. But being the warrior he is, Alex kept pushing through the pain and continued to dominate the fight. Fans have always admired Alex for his toughness and ability to stay active throughout his UFC career. He rarely takes long breaks between fights, always looking to challenge himself and move up in competition. But this time, even he admitted that he'll have to wait and see how bad the injury really is before planning his return. The kickboxing legend has dealt with brutal wars inside the cage before, but a broken foot could slow down his momentum, especially since he's been teasing a potential move to heavyweight. If the injury is serious, recovery could take several weeks, maybe even months, before he can resume full training. Still, knowing Alex's mindset, he'll likely focus on getting back as soon as possible. Even with the possible injury, his performance last night was nothing short of incredible. He managed to control the fight, land devastating strikes, and walk away with another major victory, all while possibly fighting with a broken foot. That kind of grit only adds to his reputation as one of the most dangerous and determined fighters in the world. For now, Alex will undergo further evaluation to confirm the extent of the injury, but one thing is certain: even with a broken foot, Alex Pereira continues to prove why he's built different.